man.
Oh, the words from the pages change your world. Your world, they can change your heart. They can change your mind. They can change your life. Simple can change your world.
Good morning, my good people. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's ERGJ, Certified Financial Educator and founder of New Black Wall Street. We're back with your New Black Wall Street virtual book club, going through the book, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. We're in law number 24, and we are actually, let me go ahead and put this in there. We are actually in law number 24, which is play the perfect courtier. So here's the deal. The reason why we're going through this book, guys, because we want you to learn strategy. Everybody put in the comments below strategy. So here's the deal. We want to learn how to actually apply the laws to our life. But more than that, we want to learn when these laws are being applied against us, so we can make sure we always are in a position of power. That's right, being in a position of power. So we're going to get right into the law today as we move forward. I want to let you know a couple things that are coming down the pipe. Of course, today's episode brought to you by Coral Oral. That's right, Coral Oral. They are the toothbrushes that are made for us and by us by a Black-owned company. That's right. And here's the deal, guys. You're going to brush your teeth anyway. So the question is, are you going to practice what you preach, which is circulating your dollar right back within your very own community by supporting or buying from a company who makes products by us, right? So this is $5. We can ship it to anywhere in the United States. You can give us a call and order your Coral Oral today. Let me put that number in the comments below at 678-851-2400, 678-851-2400. Coral Oral, make the switch. All right, we got a couple things that are coming up over the weekend. I'll be in Augusta, so hopefully, Augusta, you are ready to see us. We're going to be coming to Augusta and bringing at least 20 cases of true product down to you so you guys can become your distributors down there and take care of the people in Augusta. We do have a couple things coming up for Club Millie next week. We have our first-time home buyer session, right? So if you are looking to buy a home this year, you need to learn what you need to do prior. You need to start getting prepared. Everybody say get prepared in the comments below. Be prepared. Well, the way that you prepare is to talk to someone to talk to you what is necessary for you and what you need to be considering as you get yourself prepared to get your first home. So we had a first-time home buyer session coming up on Tuesday. You want to get your tickets for that. Of course, if you are a part of Club Millie, that comes with your membership, so nothing extra there. We do have our Dow Jones Industrial Average or Dow 30 session as well. That's going to be on Wednesday. So if you're a first-time investor, you want to learn about the stock market, well, you want to start with the Dow 30. Why? Because they are the 30 most significant companies in the United States. And that's the things that you're familiar with. So now why not start with things that you're familiar with? Things like Nike, Apple, Microsoft. Matter of fact, Microsoft did not make it past the first round of our bracketology. So it's been a few upsets. But Nike, Apple, Microsoft, Walmart, companies that you're familiar with. So this is a place for beginners to begin to get familiar. Everybody put in the comments below familiar. Get familiar with the stock market. See, the reason why many of us are not investing because it's unknown. It's scary to us because we don't know it. Well, you got to start changing where you sit, changing the circles where you're at, and then you can actually learn more about the stock market itself. And then also we have a class coming up next Saturday, Class 102. It's going to be the class where you learn the 3 keys to stock analysis. So if you've been through Class 101, now you want to start looking at how you can analyze the stock and know if it's a good investment for yourself. And so that's going to be coming up next Saturday. Those 3 options are down in the comments below, but you can always go to www.ergj.net, www.ergj.net, and scroll down and find out all of the things we have going on, not just this week, but upcoming weeks as well. You can always give us a call at 678-851-2400. So you can order your products that you want. The Coral Oral, you need to order the True Detergent, all Black-owned and manufactured. Everything that you see is Black-owned, right? Black manufactured, right? I'm not going to say all of it Black manufactured. That's Black manufactured. I don't know what these T-shirts is. I don't know who manufacturing. But nevertheless, you're going to be supporting someone African-American when you buy through ERGJ, right? Right? There you buy. So if you want to get a dashiki, matter of fact, you know, the hooded dashikis I got, the $25. Every time you buy something from me, it's going to be some contribution going to go to the children in Africa, the children in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So anything that you buy is going to make a donation to our kids in Africa. But nonetheless, hey, I know you don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time, man. Let's go right into what we're here today for, and it's going to be the 48 laws of power. All right, so we're going to be talking about today the laws of of court politics. Now, it's going to be very interesting. Go ahead and share this video with your followers, because here's the deal, man. A lot of us need to learn how to play the game, right? We need to learn how to play the game, and many people have learned it, but we're going to see some things that you want to be aware of, especially when it comes to corporate politics, right? We call it court politics. It's the same thing. Court politics, corporate politics, whatever. Especially if you are working for someone, you need to learn the game. Law number 21. I'm sorry, law number 24. Law number 24, play the perfect courtier. Play the perfect courtier. So your judgment here is that the perfect courtier thrives in a world where everything revolves around power and political dexterity. He has mastered the art of indirection. He flatters, yields to superiors, and asserts power over others in the most oblique and graceful manner. Learn and apply. Everybody put in the comments below, learn and apply. Learn and apply the laws of courtiership, and there will be no limit to how far you can rise in the court. There'll be no limit to how far you can rise in the organization. There'll be no limit to how far you can rise if you learn and you apply the laws of courtiership. Now, we're going to skip over a couple of things and talk about the court society, but I want to read right into the laws of court politics. And you guys tell me whether this is relevant still today. So, number one, you want to avoid ostentation. Avoid ostentation. Everybody put that in the comments below. Learn and Apple, learn and apply. Avoid, I'm going to write it wrong like ostentation. I'm going to write it right along with you. Avoid ostentation. All right. Avoid ostentation. It is never prudent to prattle about, it's never prudent to prattle on about yourself or call too much attention to your actions. The more you talk about your deeds, the more suspicious you cause. The more suspicion you cause. You also stir up enough envy among your peers to induce treachery and backstabbing. Be careful, even so careful, in trumpeting your own achievements, and always talk less about yourself than about other people. Modesty is generally preferable. So talk less about yourself. Don't be the person that's prancing around telling everybody how great you are, right? I mean, you know you're great, but you don't need to tell everybody you're great. Let other people tell you that you're great, and you talk less about yourself than you do other people. You should be telling other people that they're great. You should be lifting other people up, right? Modesty is generally preferable, all right? Number two, you want to practice nonchalance. Practice, I'm writing it right along with you guys, nonchalance. All right, you want to practice nonchalance. Never seem to be working too hard. Never seem to be working too hard. Your talent must appear to flow naturally, with an ease that makes people take you for a genius rather than a workaholic. Even when something demands a lot of sweat, make it look effortless. People prefer to not see your blood and toil, which is another form of ostentation. It is better for them to marvel at how gracefully you have achieved your accomplishment than to wonder why it took so much work. It is better for them to marvel at how gracefully you have achieved your accomplishment than to wonder why it took so much work. Practice nonchalance. Number three, you want to be frugal with flattery. Be frugal with flattery. It may seem that your superiors cannot get enough flattery, but too much of even a good thing loses its value. It also stirs up suspicion among your peers. Learn to flatter indirectly by downplaying your own contribution, for example, to make your master look better. Be frugal with flattery. Let me go back and recap real quick. One, you wanted to avoid ostentation. Number two, you wanted to practice nonchalance. Number three, you want to be frugal with flattery. Number four, you want to arrange to be noticed. Put yourself in position to be noticed. Arrange to be noticed. There is a paradox here. You cannot display yourself too brazenly, yet you must also get yourself noticed, right? How many guys know some people who are super talented, but they have no shine? They have no spotlight. No one ever sees them because they have not learned how to make themselves notice, how to make themselves stand out in a crowd. You cannot display yourself too brazenly, yet you also must get yourself noticed. In the court of Louis XIV, whoever the king decided to look at rose instantly in the court hierarchy. You stand no chance of rising. You stand no chance of, listen, You stand no chance for you to move up if you can't be seen. All right. You stand no chance of rising if the ruler does not notice you in the swamp or courtiers. This task requires much art. It is often initially a matter of being seen in the literal sense. Pay attention to your physical appearance then and find a way to create a distinctive and subtly distinctive style and image. Now, here's what I'll say. When I was working in corporate America, I was one of the few people who would walk in on a regular basis with a full suit on. Everybody had a shirt and tie. We knew that. But I was one of the few people who would walk in with a full blown out Steve Harvey suit or something like that, right? I was basically what I was doing was I was arranging myself to be noticed, right? You walk with a certain walk. You grace the stage and everybody's like, man, that is a nice suit. You get it all the time, right? You subconsciously or indirectly, I was making myself being noticed just by doing something different than what everybody else was doing, right? Well, what are you doing to put yourself in a position to be seen, to be noticed? So when you get noticed, you actually have the opportunity to actually rise. We're talking about playing court politics or playing corporate politics. So you must understand how it is you can arrange yourself to be noticed. Maybe you do your hair different. I don't know. Find some way to just be different, look different, smell different, talk different, right? Just by smiling every day, you're going to be noticed. Having a good attitude, you're going to be noticed, right? Find a way to be noticed. It's hard to get promoted when nobody knows who you are. All right, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, alter your style and language according to the person you are dealing with. This is called adaptation. You want to alter your style and language according to the person you are dealing with. Don't be the person that says, this is just who I am. No, you need to be flexible, adaptable, know who you're talking to, and make the necessary adjustments in your style and language. The pseudo belief in equality, the idea that talking and acting the same way with everyone, no matter what their rank, makes you somehow a paragon of civilization. It is a terrible mistake. Those below you will take it as a form of condescension, which it is, and those above you will be offended, although they may not admit it. You must change your style and your way of speaking to suit each person. This is not lying, it is acting. And acting is an art. Everybody put in the comments below, acting is an art. Not a gift from God. It's not a gift from God. So you must learn the art. This is also true for a great variety of cultures found in the modern court. Never assume that your criteria of behavior and judgment are universal. Not only is it an inability to adapt to another culture, the height of barbarism, it puts you at a disadvantage, right? You want to learn how to adapt. You want to learn how to put yourself in a position that you can talk to anyone because you're willing to change. You're willing to alter. You're willing to act. Act. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, right? You're not going to do the same thing when you go to Africa that you are going to do when you're in Rome. You're going to do the same thing that you're in Rome that you're going to do when you go to Australia. You're going to, when in Rome, do what the Romans do, right? All right, number 6. Never be the bearer of bad news. Warren, Wendy B, what's going on? Celeste, thanks so much for joining. Crystal, what's up? What's up? Never be the bearer of bad news. The king kills the messenger who brings bad news. This is a cliche, but there is truth to it. You must struggle and, if necessary, lie and cheat to be sure that a lot of the bearer of bad news falls on a colleague, never on you. Bring only good news, and your approach will gladden your master. Bring only good news, and your approach will gladden your master. Let's do a quick recap. Number 1, avoid ostentation. Number 2, practice nonchalance. Number 3, be frugal with flattery. Number 4, arrange to be noticed. Number 5, alter your style and language according to the person you are dealing with. And number 6, never be the bearer of bad news. Now, again, what we're talking about, guys, is how to put ourselves in position of power, especially in corporate America. These tips, these laws, you apply them and you will find yourself find your way moving up the ranks. You'll find yourself making more money, getting promoted, right? Not that you want to be there forever, but while you're there, while I'm here, I might as well make as much money as I can, I might as well put myself in a position of power where I have connections and I met other people. See, the job is good because you get to meet other people. And it's other people that's going to pay for your stuff. It's other people that's going to help you get to where you want to go. It's not the job, it's the people that you meet. And how many of you guys know that it's typically the people in the upper ranks who making more money, who are able to make decisions? Those are the people you want to form real connections with and and have real lasting relationships. Because these are the people that have learned how to move up the ladder, right? They're considered successful, right? They're not the people that sit there answering the phones, who never come to work on time, who complain about everything that's going on in the corporation. No, you want to start making connections and relationships with the people who found a way. Everybody put in the comments below, found a way. They found a way. I don't care whether you're black, white, green, whatever. They found a way to move up the ladder. All right, number 7. Never affect friendliness and intimacy with your master. Never affect friendliness and intimacy with your master. He does not want a friend for a subordinate. He wants a subordinate. Never approach him in an easy, friendly way or act as if you are on the best of terms. That is his prerogative. If he chooses to deal with you on this level, assume a wary chumminess. Otherwise, err in the opposite direction and make the distance between you clear. Make the distance between you clear. Never affect friendliness and intimacy. In other words, don't screw your boss. Okay? Don't screw your boss. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't screw your boss. Number 8. Never, you know what? Need some, just be real, man. Need some principles that you want to teach your children. You know, before they go out into this corporate world, they graduate from college, they don't know nothing about corporate politics. These are some things that you can teach them. You know, don't screw your boss. Don't even mix business and pleasure. That's what they say, right? All right. Never criticize those above you directly. Never criticize. This is going to be a hard one for some of you. Never criticize those above you directly. This may seem obvious. It may seem obvious, but there are often times when some sort of criticism is necessary. To say nothing or to give no advice would open you to take risk of another sort. You must learn, however, to couch your advice and criticism as indirectly and as politely as possible. Think twice or 3 times before deciding you have made them sufficiently circuitous. Oh, vocabulary word. Ding, 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 ding. All right, glossary word of the day. Glossary time. Yay. We got a new word because I do not know how to say this thing. Somebody look this up for me. Circuitous. Ding, 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 ding. Err on the side of subtlety and gentleness. All right. Circuitous. What in the monkey? Woo! Let's look this up. Circuitous. Circuitous. All right. Circuitous. I said it right. Circuitous. Circuitous. It means roundabout and not direct. Roundabout and not direct. Circuitous. Circuitous. All right. Woo! Lord help me. Circuitous. All right. There we go. Circuitous, roundabout and not indirect. All right. All right. So we're saying the laws of court politics. All right. Circuitous, laws of court politics. All right. Let's go. Sorry about it. Hey, when you come across a new word, you got to go ahead and put that thing down. Yeah, the 48 laws of power. All right. So never criticize those above you directly. All right. Next, be frugal in asking those above you for favors. Be frugal in asking those above you for favors. Nothing irritates a master or a boss more than having to reject someone's request. It stirs up guilt and resentment. Ask for favors as rarely as possible and know when to stop. Rather than making yourself a supplicant, it is always better to earn your favors. Earn your favors so that the ruler bestows them willingly. Most important, do not ask for favors on another person's behalf. Least of all of friends. Do not ask for favors on another person's behalf, least of all of friends. Oh man, I remember when I was younger and I did this. It was not a good thing. Asking for favors on another person's behalf, let them speak for themselves. All right, next. I don't know. I was one. Let's go back and recap. We got number 1, avoid ostentation. Number 2, practice nonchalance. Number 3, be frugal with flattery. Number 4, arrange to be noticed. Number 5, alter your style and language according to the person you are dealing with. Number 6, never be a bearer of bad news. Number 7, never affect friendliness and intimacy with your master or your boss. Number 8, never criticize those around you directly. Number 9, be frugal in asking those above you for favors. Number 10, never joke about appearances or taste. Never joke about appearances or taste. A lively wit and a humorous disposition are essential qualities for a good courtier. And there are times when vulgarity is appropriate and engaging, but avoid any kind of joke about appearance or taste, two highly sensitive areas, especially with those above you. Do not even try it when you are away from them. You will dig your own grave. You will dig your own grave. Number 11, do not be the court cynic. Do not be the court cynic. Express admiration for the good work of others. If you constantly criticize your equals or subordinates, some of that criticism will rub off on you. Hovering over like a gray cloud wherever you go. Negative Nancy's, right? People will groan at each new cynical comment and you will irritate them. By expressing modest admiration for other people's achievements, you paradoxically call attention to your own. The ability to express wonder and amazement and seem like you mean it is a rare and dying talent, but one still greatly valued. Who has this quality where you can braise other people up with your words? It's called the gift of exaltation. You're just able to just bring shine to other people's stuff, and that automatically brings shine right back to you. The ability to express wonder and amazement. Everybody put in the comments below, wonder and amazement. The ability to express wonder and amazement and seem like you mean it. It is a rare and dying talent, but one still greatly valued. I don't know what number we're on, but the next one, be self-observant. Be self-observant. The mirror is a miraculous invention. Oh my God, negative Nancy is the best. I know that's right. The mirror is a miraculous invention. Without it, you commit great sins against beauty and decorum. You also need a mirror for your actions. You also need a mirror for your actions. This can sometimes come from other people telling you what they see in you. But that is not the most trustworthy method. You must be the mirror, training your mind to try to see yourself as others see you. Everybody put in the comments below, this is very important. You must become your own mirror. I must be my mirror. You must be the mirror, training your mind to try and see yourself as others see you. Are you acting too obsequious? Are you trying too hard to please? Do you seem desperate for attention, giving the impression that you are on the decline? Be observant about yourself, and you avoid a mountain of blunders. Be the mirror of your own actions. Oh my goodness. We look in the mirror, we see ourselves, we see how beautiful we are, but how often do we take the time to reflect on our actions? Because Oprah Winfrey, Maya Angelou said that people not remember what you've done, but they always remember how you made them feel, right? So what are your actions doing that's called, and what kind of feeling is it leaving with others? See, people don't even take the time to be like, man, you know what? I was wrong. I could see how that could have came off the wrong way. I know the way what I said and what I did, it just wasn't right. I wouldn't want that done to me. But no. We hardly ever do that because we got this independent mindset that says I can treat people how I want to treat them, and they're just going to have to accept me for who I am. And then you find yourself being lonely, being discarded, being depressed because no one wants to be around you because you don't care about them. You only care about yourself. I must be my own mirror. Take account for my own actions and recognize how I'm coming off to other people. This is what you call maturity. This is what you call rising or you're increasing or developing maturity. You're saying to yourself, you know what, I'm a grown person. I know when I do wrong. I know when I do right. But you know what? I realized I didn't do something right. That could have came off the wrong way. Maybe it's the way I said it. It wasn't what I said. It was the way I said it. I was just too blunt. I was too, you know what I mean? I do the same. Like, dang, I could have said that better. Right? And then you try to fix it, right? Because you're your own mirror looking at your own actions and how you are impacting the people in your life. Be your own mirror. I need some Michael Jackson right now. Man, in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? Like, be your own, but not just because of what you see. Be the mirror of your actions, what you do. I can sit here for like 30 minutes just talking about this. Be your own mirror. Listen, you must be the mirror, training your mind to try to see yourself as others see you. Don't see yourself as you see yourself. Try to see yourself as others see you. And here's what I did. If you really want to take it to the next level in your life, if you really want to get some type of level of self-perfection, if you really, really, really want to be the best person you can be, here's some advice. Here's what I would challenge you to do. If you are serious about growing, developing, maturing, being all that you can be, you really want to know who you are. Here's what I would challenge you to do. I want you to think about the person who hates you the most, who hates your guts, who don't want to talk to you. They want to just stay, or they just can't stand you. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to your enemy and ask them what they don't like about you. Ask them, how could you get better? Ask them what pisses them off about you. Ask them for the truth. Because here's the deal. Your enemy will tell you the truth, the honest truth, the cold-blooded truth, and you better be ready, because can you handle the truth? See, your friends will lie to you. Your friends want to be your friends. They don't want to hurt your feelings and tell you just how nasty you can be. But if you go to your enemy, I did this. When I was like, man, why do I have such a problem with just these people that I work with? And I just seem to piss them off, and I'm just trying to help. I just really want to help them. But it was always like, you always seem like you're so intimidated. I went to my enemy and I said, give me an honest assessment of what you think I am, who you think I am, and how I can improve. It was the cold, hard truth.
I'll tell gas thing to show up. And you do have to put gas in my car.
Okay. 1 second.
Gas indicator.
It's down in the what's it called? It's on half tank right now.
Okay, but does it show up on the panel?
Yeah.
I ain't saying nothing.
It's not. It's a speedometer, whatever, and then right here it's got the gas right here.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, right? You want to. Your enemy will tell you the truth. How many of you guys have ever talked to your enemy? How many of you guys have asked your enemy, the person who hates your guts, the person that just said, I just can't stand you? Maybe they are your subordinate. Maybe they are your boss. Maybe they are your peer. Who has ever went and talked to their enemy? They will tell you the truth about you. Now, of course, they're going to do it in a nasty way. They don't like you. But they have no problem telling you how they feel about you. And they have no problem telling you why they feel the way that they feel about you. Because what they're telling you is, this is how you make me feel when I come around you. And because I feel this way when I come around you, because I feel this way the way that you talk, because I feel this way because the way that you act, I don't want to be around you because I don't want to pick up on all this stuff that you're giving off. They will tell you the truth. And then you have the opportunity to make a decision on what you're going to do with that truth, right? Because all of it isn't true. All of it isn't right. I'm just saying you're going to get a whole different perspective when you start getting the opinions of others who do not like you. Now, I understand like-minded people, you know what? But it's not, it's like-minded. You know what I'm saying? But it's not necessary. You got to understand how your friends, they just want you to, they don't want to stir up no strife. They don't want, because you probably are already sensitive, and they know that because they hang around you all the time. You too sensitive. I can't tell you the truth because you just gonna think I'm your enemy now. Too many of us are way too sensitive. We will not take advice from our friends because we know that that's going. We take it as, who are you to tell me this? So what I'm telling you is, if you really, really, really want to know why you are where you are and how you make other people feel around you as your enemy. They have no problem telling you. I can tell you that. No problem at all. They will tell you straight up. And then what's going to happen? Your friend or your enemy will then respect you because at least you had the courage to come to them and ask them, what can I do better? Where have I messed up? What am I doing? I just want to know. I'm not asking anything for it. Matter of fact, I will take you to lunch to find out the truth because you're going to give it to me. Life changing. See, ain't nobody teaching this stuff. Woo! All right, listen to it. Let's do a recap, man. Yeah, I know we don't want to receive it. Avoid ostentation, number 1. Number 2, you want to practice nonchalance. Number 3, be frugal with flattery. Number 4, arrange to be noticed. Number 5, alter your style and language according to the person you're dealing with. Number 6, never be the bearer of bad news. Number 7, never affect friendliness and intimacy with your boss. Don't fuck your boss. I don't know what. Number 9, never criticize those above you directly. Number 10, be frugal in asking those above you for favors. Number 11, never joke about appearances or taste. Number 12, don't be the court cynic. Number 13, be self-observant. Number 14, master your emotions. Go ahead and put that in the comments below. Master your emotions. As an actor in a great play, you must learn to cry and laugh on command and when it is appropriate. You must be able both to disguise your anger and frustration and to fake your contentment and agreement. You must be the master of your own face. Call it lying if you like, but if you prefer to not play the game and to always be honest and upfront, do not complain when others call you obnoxious and arrogant. Do not complain when others call you obnoxious and arrogant. So it's the way. Okay, so Crystal says she doesn't know because her enemies are within her family, has lied to you numerous times. Yes, but it's the way in which you approach this conversation, right? They have lied on you, but they won't necessarily lie to you when you want an honest assessment of how you make them feel. So it's all about how you approach it, right? That's all I'm talking. But we're talking about in a business structure in the family. Do you live with these people? If you live with them, this is another story. I'm not talking about if you live with them, man, they might not want to do that. If they don't live with you, then you can do it. If y'all in separate places, separate houses, y'all got to come home to each other, do that. But if y'all got to come home to each other, you might want to think about another tactic. Okay. All right. Woo. Master your emotions. So here's the deal. It's all about, and I had a hard time with this when I was in corporate America. It was hard for me to not show how I felt, not show my frustration, not show my anger, you know what I'm saying? To fake it till I make it. I just couldn't do it. That's why I'm not in corporate America no more. But I'm just saying, if you are there, you got to learn the court politics or corporate politics. And one of them is you got to master your emotions. You got to fake it. You got to lie with your face. It is hard to do. I am not going to lie because I'm just straight up. That's why I can't be in corporate America because they just can't handle me being straight up. They want me to act like I'm happy when I'm not. I just can't do it. But it is a law. It is something that you want to massage and start to figure out how you can master your emotions. Taking those breaths, taking those walks, getting away for a minute, whatever you got to do. All right, next, fit the spirit of the time. Ooh, fit the spirit of the times. This is all about evolution. Got to be. All right, a slight affection of a past era can be charming as long as you choose a period at least 20 years back. Wearing the fashions of 10 years ago is ludicrous unless you enjoy the role of court gesture, right? Unless you enjoy the role of court gesture. Your spirit and way of thinking must keep up with the times. Everybody put in the comments below, keep up with the times. Your spirit and way of thinking must keep up with the times, right? Even if the times offend your sensibilities. Be too forward-thinking, however, and no one will understand you. It is never a good idea to stand out too much in this area. You are best off at least being able to mimic the spirit of the times. So Wendy B said, that's exactly why I have to be my own boss because I can't continue to fake it every day. It's mentally exhausting. I know exactly how you feel. You know, somebody reminded me today that, yep, I absolutely did just say one day, I am gone. I'm not coming back. I walked out and I never have been back since. I don't necessarily recommend everybody do that. I've already talked about what you need to do, which is you need to create an exit strategy and work that plan. To find an alternate outlet works. Keep up with the time. Just you keep up with the time. I need to read this again because some people, they are so off in la la land, you know, and they got their own little sense of, you know, 50s and 60s and whatever. Then you got people that's all off in 2045. You know what I'm saying? Keep up with the time. Now, again, we're reading this to get strategy so that we can be in a position of power as it relates to the corporate structure. I'm not talking about outside. I'm not talking about at your home. I'm talking about when you go to the office, when you're dealing with people in mass number. You want to keep up with the times. You want to always position yourself to be in a position of power so that you can lead the field, right? Leading the field, getting promoted, making more money so you can finance your own freedom. Y'all almost got me cussing this morning. So you can finance your own freedom. Keep up with the times. Your spirit and way of thinking must keep up with the times, even if it offends your sensibility. It's not about you. Be too forward thinking, however, and no one will understand you. It is never a good idea to stand out too much in this area. You are best off at least being able to mimic the spirit of the times. And then our last one here is to be a source of pleasure. Oh, everybody say that. I will be a source of pleasure. No negative Nancy's, no Debbie Downers. You're going to be a source of pleasure. This is critical. This is critical. This is critical. It is an obvious law of human nature that we will flee what is unpleasant and distasteful, while charm and the promise of delight will draw us like moths to a flame. Make yourself the flame. Make yourself the flame. Make yourself the flame, and you will rise to the top. The cream of the crop always rises to the top. Make yourself the flame, and you will always rise to the top. Since life is otherwise so full of unpleasantness and pleasure is so scarce, you will be as indispensable as food and drink. This may seem obvious, but what is obvious is often ignored. Ooh! This may seem obvious, but what is obvious is often ignored or unappreciated. There are degrees to this. Not everyone can play the role of favorite, for not everyone is blessed with charm and wit. But we can all control our unpleasant qualities and obscure them when necessary. So I'm going to read these again, just to recap. Number one, you want to avoid ostentation. Number two, you want to practice nonchalance. Number three, be frugal with flattery. Number four, arrange to be noticed. Number five, alter your style and language according to the person you are dealing with. Number six, never be the bearer of bad news. Number seven, never affect friendliness and intimacy with your master. Don't screw your boss. Number eight, never criticize those above you directly. Number nine, be frugal in asking those above you for favors. Number 10, never joke about appearances or taste. Number 11, do not be the court cynic. Don't be the negative Nancy. Number 12, be self-observant. Be your own mirror. Number 12, master your emotions. Number 13, fit the spirit of the times. And number 14, be a source of pleasure. A man who knows the court is master of his gestures, of his eyes, and of his face. He is profound, impenetrable. He dissimulates bad offices, smiles at his enemies, controls his irritation, disguises his passions, belies his heart, speaks and acts against his feelings. We may stay in this chapter tomorrow because because I might want to read a couple of interpretations of the laws here. I think we'll come back to this. Not tomorrow. Number 12, master your emotions. It wasn't written out. It was written in 1998. Well, it uses the term master because it's written, even though it was written in 1998, it's always referring to age-old times. It's referring to Chinese dynasty. It's referring to the times when we had Napoleon, Talleyrand, Tesla, Einstein. So it's always going back to like old age. I think that's why they use that so much, use the term so much. But also it's the same terminology that you find in the Bible. You know, master, slave, things like that as well. So, so it's trying to write it in the same sense that we had when the Bible was kind of written in that same language. But anyway, guys, that's the 48 laws of power, law number 24. We're going to stay here tomorrow when I come back, and we're going to back tomorrow. No, I'm not going to be able to do it tomorrow. Nope, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to be on the road. But I'm going to stay here and do look at some interpretations, because I think this is very important that we understand court politics, or understand corporate politics. If you are at a company, you're not your own boss. You must understand these laws so that you can move up the ladder. When you move up the ladder, you get more money. When you get more money, you can finance your own freedom. So don't be the person that says, well, I just don't like it here. No, you should be the person that says, hey, even though I don't like it, but while I am here, I am going to make as much as I can. While I am here, I'm going to get the relationships that I can get. While I am here, right? While you are there, get the most out of where you are so that you can be promoted to the place you want to be. Let me say that one more time. While you are there, get the most out of where you are so that you can be promoted to where you want to be. You must understand that you are where you are for a reason. And I must ask you this. Have you learned the lesson that you should learn while you are there? There are levels to this ish. While you are there, get the most out of your time. Learn all that you can. Be all that you can be so that you can then be promoted to where you want to be. While you are there. All right, 48 laws of power. That is it. Yes, seize the day, seize the moment, make the best out of it. It is Friday. It is a great day. What a great day it is to be Black in America on this Friday, the 3rd, March 3rd, 2017. I want to thank you so much for your time, guys. I want to remind you that today's episode has been brought to you by Coral Oral. That's right, Coral Oral, Black manufactured toothbrushes, right? Here's the deal. You're going to brush your teeth anyway. Why not go ahead and practice what you preach by getting an FDA-approved medium bristle 4-pack for $5 and circulate that dollar right back within your very own community by switching to Coral Oral. Coral Oral, make the switch. You can give us a call at 678-851-2400 to order whatever it is that you need to order, and make sure that you're doing your thing, right? You need to get the dashikis. Oh, we got those too. We got those too, right? I got them for you here in the black. I got one orange left. You might want to get it this week. I can send it to you. I got one red left. Put it dashikis. I got one. Oh, that was sold. That was sold. I got one blue left. One blue. I like to put it this way. One blue, and I got one yellow left. Right. So if you're interested in getting the hooded dashiki, you want to make sure you hit me up, and we get your order in, and I get it shipped out to you today, so it can be to you by Monday. All right. Well, guys, I just want to remind you that you too have the power. We've been going through this so that you could learn how to apply these rules to your life, and then also learn when these rules are being applied unto you, so that you can always be in a position of power. I want you to remember this, that it takes a village, but it starts with us. So let's build, let's build, let's build as we climb together. All right, guys, have a good day.